Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have the moon placed in the 6th house in your birth chart. So what happens when the moon is in the 6th house? So before I get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings, I do career consultations, a bunch of things that are included with the readings. So in order to find out everything that I have to offer, you can check out gebotheshaman.com, and you can see all my full list of services and products and courses all right here. So check that out. Alright, so yeah. So let's talk about the moon in the 6th house. So this is an interesting placement. So but before we get into that, in order to understand this placement, we need to understand what the moon means and what the 6th house means, and then put them together and create our own analysis. So, what is the moon? The moon is the mind. Now, when I say mind, everybody automatically thinks of the intellect. The mind is not the intellect. The mind is the heart mind, the emotions, the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts that come from those feelings and those emotions. So, and then we have, so the moon is also the mother. So this represents your mother, your relationship with your mother. And so the moon is, nurturing, kind, caring, all those things. It's very motherly, very, emotional, and things like that. And so, it's just one of those things. The moon is also very, it's very emotional. It's always changing too, so it's always moving, it's always flowing. So the moon controls the tides, right? The tides rise, the tides fall. And so this is, indicative of your emotions. You're feeling really good one day, and you're, not feeling so good the next. So the moon placement is always a very changing placement. It's very up and down, very high and low. It's, it's never the same. I can never say this is how your moon placement is 100%, because why? It's, it's always changing. It's always constantly in motion, in flux, and things like that. So, let's see. So we have the moon, and so then we have the 6th house. So the 6th house, what is the 6th house? The 6th house is the house of enemies, the house of daily, this is the house of daily work routines and work habits. But so it also corresponds with, the work that we do every day, and the service to others and things like that. And it's it's kind of, it's also known as the house of enemies. So it's not a really good placement for the moon. Although, if we have different aspects and signs placed here. So let's say if we had Cancer placed here, that would be a positive for the moon, because the moon is in its own sign. But like, yeah, this is a really hard placement, because this is one of those I forget what they call them, but basically malefic placements, malefic house placements. So the 6th, the 8th, and the 12th are malefic house placements, or like, I guess not malefic, but just not the best. So yeah, it can be challenging, not gonna lie. So it can be kind of challenging, and let's see here. So the 6th house represents what you do on a daily basis. It's your like daily work routines, work habits, and things like that. And so with the moon here, this means that your relationship with your mother was not the best. The 6th house represents I should say the sign of Virgo is the 6th sign of the zodiac. So it has a connection with the 6th house, basically. That doesn't mean that you're the sign that's going to be placed here in your birth chart is going to be Virgo. That doesn't mean that at all. It's just associated with the sign of Virgo. So, it's tough. It's a tough placement, because we have this is a placement of enemies. So your mother would give you challenges, would give you obstacles, would give you, crap to, overcome. And, it can be a really difficult placement with this here. Like I said, the moon is your mind also, so you might have a lot of mental instability, a lot of, a persuasion towards, or not a persuasion, inclination towards negative thinking, like just kind of not really, like, not really thinking, positively, or, so it gives the mind some trouble. It gives the mind some, like, just depression. It's just like this dark cloud over your mind kind of thing. It's interesting. Now, of course, this isn't going to be everybody, because, if you have really positive placements or positive aspects to this position, then it's going to be a lot better for you. But if there's like negative aspects to this, then it's going to be worse. So the moon in the 6th house really presents a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, a lot of enemies. Like, you're like, it's just really difficult, like, with this position. I see a lot of depression, a lot of negative thinking, a lot of mental suffering. But, the thing with every position in astrology is that it can all be overcome with meditation, with a daily spiritual discipline. So, if you're one of these people who are super depressed, you have your moon in your 6th house, your relationship with your mother is not good, then meditate. It sounds like it's not gonna work. It sounds like one of those things that people just say, "Oh, you need to meditate more." No, I'm telling you from personal experience, doing Qigong. This is why I teach this stuff, guys. Is because it worked for me. My moon placement was not in the best spot. In fact, Saturn rules my moon placement, so it's not in a good spot. So that's why I need this stuff. I need to do this stuff to basically cleanse my mind of all the negative crap, the negative garbage that accumulates. So yeah, let me check time. So yeah, I guess that does it for us today. So if you are, one of those people who has this placement, I would highly recommend you go to patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman and sign up for my self-transformation course. That will definitely help you to clear out your negative thinking and all that stuff, and so yeah. And then we have the astrology certification course, so you can check that out if you like. We have that basically, if you pass that course, pass the test, then I'll give you your own website and I'll promote you on my channel, so that way you can do Vedic astrology readings for people and make money at it. So that's great. And then we have the Vedic astrology readings. I specialize in career readings and relationship readings, so you can check those out. Also birth time rectification. So a lot of people I see on my channel, a lot of people getting into astrology a lot more, so but they don't know their exact birth time. So that's what the birth time rectification is for. I just ask you some very simple basic questions and I will nail down your birth time down to the minute. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of astrologers just give you like a 10-minute or 5-minute window, but I nail it down to the minute. So that's something that a lot of people don't do. Alrighty, and then we have the distance energy healing. So that again is great for depression, great for anxiety, great for just mental health in general, physical health in general. Because guess what? 99% of all diseases and illnesses are caused by emotional instability. So I shouldn't say instability, because we can't control how we feel, but basically it's if we push down our emotions, then they go into the tissues of the body. That's the easiest way to explain that, is if we shove our emotions down, if we're too afraid to face them, then they just manifest as physical aches and pains and illness and all kinds of stuff. So then we have the career coaching and life coaching. So that the distance energy healing is great for emotional issues as well. I just want to let you guys know, But then we have the career coaching and life coaching. So, you know, if you're one of those people who's struggling and struggling in life, just not doing a whole lot to benefit yourself, you don't know what you're supposed to be doing in life, and you're just kind of meandering in life, you know, letting life pass you by, spending all your time on the couch eating Cheetos and ice cream. That's not a good place to be, guys. You need to get on your mission. You need to get on your path and purpose in this life, and start doing stuff. Start working towards your goals. So then we have the Ritual Magic courses. You can check that out, and then of course the Qigong courses. I highly recommend these if you are experiencing any kind of you know, emotional stuff, mental stuff, psychological stuff. This is great to clear out the mind and clear out the stagnant energies of the body. And it also gets your emotions flowing, so you can operate from your heart mind. Alrighty, so that's it for me. Check out everything that I have to offer, GeboTheShaman.com, and then go over here, subscribe, click that like button, and subscribe. And, you know, 90% of you guys are not subscribed, so go ahead and subscribe. Alrighty, so we'll talk to you next time. Alright, peace.